I'm here today with Mitch Lockhart, Master Brewer for Beard and Barrel. He's going to tell us about some random barrel-aged beer made with beard hair. Mitch, over to you.
Yo, Couch. What you know about my beard? You don't know shit about my
Here comes Mitch Lockhart from Beard and Barrel wearing somebody else's brewery t-shirt from a brewery he's probably never been to.
I support local and international.
Oh, back to beer and cheesy poops. Oh, thank you, Mitch. You shouldn't have.
Sure, no. I didn't actually.
What?
This worked for me.
What
Okay.
is this? Good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
Punch.
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. My name is Greg Casey, and this is Craft Beer Project TV. We're here tonight with Mitch Lockhart from Beard and Barrel, who's going to tell us a little bit about barrel aging beer. How long ago did Beard and Barrel start?
We started early 2000. What year is it? 2014. Basically in my garage, and we had a passion for barrel aging. We had a passion for interesting, different beer. Not everybody wants to drink a boring ass pale ale, so we thought, stuff it. Why not do something a bit interesting? Why not front run instead of being a follower? Why not be a leader? So that's kind of where we started.
We're going to taste his barrel-aged seaweed stout. So Mitch, can you tell us a little bit about this beer?
Sure. Look, everybody knows that stouts are normally associated with cold winter nights, but here at Beard and Barrel, we're here to buck conventions, and we decided anytime's a good time for stout. We wanted to put a bit of a twist on it, so we went out to Cape Point and paddled out into the surf with the great whites and the whales, and grabbed a bit of kelp and actually added it to the boil. So if you close your eyes, if you sit with your feet in the sand, you hold a seashell to your ear. If you can just imagine, and then you stick your nose and you inhale deeply, you can get just a touch of seaweed.
I can almost hear the waves crashing against the rocks at Cape Point.
Almost. Look, the next batch we put a bit more seaweed in there, so hopefully you can get a bit more with it. The idea actually was to kind of throw it together with maybe some sushi, some sashimi, and have it kind of one of those Japanese style beers. But
it is quite light. You picture the stout being a heavy, like you said, winter beer, but this has got quite a crisp, clean finish.
Yeah, look, it is, and that's kind of what we were going for. I didn't want something that was very heavy and overly thick and syrupy, and we didn't want a treacle or molasses sort of vibe. We just wanted something that you could chuck a pint and suck it down in the middle of summer, and you're good to go.
How does the barrel affect the beer?
In 1,000 ways, man. We're doing barrel fermentation in red wine barrels at the moment. We actually the barrels that we're using now actually have been infected with Brett, so we didn't want too much of the Brett to come through. So instead of saying a barrel-aged beer, we could say a barrel-fermented beer. These beers actually only spent about roughly 4 weeks in barrel before we racked it over to the kegs, let it settle down, and then transferred, and then stuck it on tap of an energy.
Well, I can tell you I'm enjoying it, and it's almost summer. So
good.
Guys, go out, find Beard and Barrel, find their barrel-aged seaweed stout, and buy a case.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I am not chugging beer. I'm sampling a flight of gluten-free German lagers with a French wine pairing. It's called a Smorgaswein, and it's elegantly cultural.